Welcome to the Midnight Mixer. Hello.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to our living room.
to the Midnight Mixer.
Yeah, we're here. I forgot to do the light. Wait. Oh, I don't even know where it is. Wait. Everyone wait. We got something really cool. They can't hear me. We got something really cool.
We got something real cool, y'all. Look at it! Look at it!
We got a sign. It says the Midnight Mixer Podcast.
Yes.
Price just went up.
Price just went up, y'all.
You see the branding? It's all over.
What now?
We need hats and stuff next.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Hats, shirts. It's all coming.
It's all coming. But yeah, I just want to start off by saying thanks so much. We got to 12,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
It's like amazing, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. You look at the numbers and it's like in comparison, I'm always like, but like 12,000 people hit the subscribe button.
It's pretty wild.
It's actually wild.
And I know you guys really like our reaction content, so we're going to keep doing more of that. If you have not, go check out our reaction to Kendrick Lamar's new album.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I know we're like late on the review, but it's a good album.
It's a great album. Hey now.
Hey now, say no.
I'm all about my yin.
Big face Buddha.
Get my peace from within.
You crash out, then you better break the backboard.
I'll put a square on his back like I'm Jack Dorsey.
That like album got bangers after bangers.
It really does.
I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Kendrick ate down.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he did everything y'all said he couldn't do. He couldn't make bangers. He ain't have a replayable album. He couldn't do the numbers. He's outselling Drake right now.
Ooh, and that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a huge, like, this is like, I mean, obviously, people get, don't clock my broken nail. People get dethroned, right? Like, there's going to be somebody else that comes and takes that spot. You can't have it forever, right? Whether you get removed from it by dying or someone outselling you or whatever the case may be, it's going to happen, right? So
cases you do it to yourself.
Sometimes you do it to yourself, and we see that Drake don't like that too much. He's not liking that too much. He's suing. He's suing. And I know this is kind of like old news at this point, but like it still shakes me that he's suing.
I mean, there are it's like, because it's like every time we're like, oh, when we think we're done talking about it, it's like the rock that was thrown in a puddle, bro, and the ripple effect, it just keeps getting bigger. I never would have thought a couple of months ago when we just reacted to the disses that Drake would sue, which apparently this also isn't the first time he's done like some type of legal action. I actually just heard that he did the same thing to Pusha T.
Oh my God. No, he did not.
He he didn't sue, but he got if I'm not mistaken, he got whatever song, what is that song called? Whatever he was dissing him on about the Adonis, like his son and all of that. He got it taken off of YouTube.
Wow.
He's got it taken off of YouTube. So this isn't the first time that and then he also did try to get like that already. Not like that. He tried to do the cease and desist on like that. He tried to do like, it's so many, like he's shown that he's capable of doing this. So it's like, I don't know why we're surprised that the white man is white man.
Not that the white man is white man. Yeah.
That's a punk move, and if you don't think it's a punk move, I don't know what else to tell you. Because let Meek Mill had done that when they was beefing. Meek wouldn't have got. I mean, Meek is a very bad example. We would have got on his head for anything, but. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Like let Ja Rule been getting. We didn't burn up Ja Rule the last time. Ja Rule been getting
mollywopped,
bullied. He did not sue
from every end,
bro. I'm not trying to hear that. So I don't know. It's a especially when it's a diss that you both participated in it. You know what I mean?
Like, so what are we gonna like sue each other? It's kind of weird. It's just, look, I've told somebody before. They're like, oh, I'm picking sides. I'm not necessarily picking sides. It's not my beef.
Yeah, I don't really care.
But, well, I mean, I guess we do care for the sake of the channel. But in real life, it's just kind of like, if Drake come on, I'm gonna listen to Drake. Mm-hmm. Now, them touching kids allegations got me looking a little bit sideways. It made me feel a little. I'm not that separate the art from the artist type of girl. Anybody get cut off. I don't care who you are.
Comes out that is. I ain't got no problem with not listening to artists, bro. I could be cool off an artist for a nice.
For sure.
It don't really make me no difference. No, never mind. But
never mind.
It's because it's just his name is just always tied to something weird. It's just always,
it is
it's always tied to something weird. I mean, and I ain't saying Kendrick probably out there doing like I don't know these people.
Right.
There are messed up people in the world, and if y'all are surprised that your favorite celebrity or your favorite artist is out here doing dirt, like I don't know what you're surprised for. You don't know these people, so like I said, like I don't really care to a personal level, but on a hip hop level, on a music level, like I love the music that we getting from it. I like the little diss era that we had over the summer. I like reacting to it. I love the journey that we've been going on. It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
But all the other pick a side, arguing on the internet. I don't really feel like if we didn't have the podcast, I wouldn't really be.
We would not be talking about it this much. Nah, for sure. Nah. I'd be like, I'm over this conversation. But speaking of celebrities doing weird stuff, though, why Jay-Z name up in the media like that?
Why? What are we talking about?
I know why. It's kind of like, it's like,
it was.
Were we expecting this?
We were. When that homie said, we got names, we got lists of celebrities. Before this all happened, everybody was like Jay-Z. Everyone was like Jay-Z.
He's in pictures with the diddler, with Epstein.
If he's the diddler, if he's like the penguin, bro, like they're two peas in the pod, bro. Like, yeah. Every name that has been, he's just tied to a lot of stuff, and it's kind of like one of those. Feel like whatever happens, it's kind of impossible to not have his name tied. I feel like everybody was waiting for this. I told you, man, the conspiracy theories that everybody was saying 5-10 years ago.
Yeah,
it might not be conspiracies, man.
Well, I've always thought Jay-Z was a little, not his personality, but the fact that he kind of went after Beyonce at such a young age. I feel like that kind of got swept under the rug.
Okay, so I don't. Yeah, bro.
Because
we have. It's in that time. It's I got aunts and uncles that did the same shit. So it's I don't know, bro.
That don't make it right.
It don't. But I'm just saying. I don't know, bro. I don't even know what was the age, the gap. What was that?
They have a big age gap. I think it's at least 10 years. So Beyonce stepped on the scene when she was 16.
Yeah, she was a kid first. I remember that.
And Jay-Z, you know that Aaliyah album cover with R. Kelly in the background? Mm-hmm. That was Jay-Z to Beyonce. he was plotting on her, and I don't know if he did anything with her. Obviously, we don't know, but I just feel like it's a little strange that he knew about her, and when you're waiting on someone to become of legal age, that in itself is kind of predatory.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know, bro. I can't speak on times, bro. There's some things is just niggas was just different back then, bro.
What does that mean though?
Because my thing is they're happily married. She don't stop messing with stuff.
What are you doing? Sit down somewhere.
She clearly, I don't know, bro.
You knocking stuff over. Sit down.
She clearly don't see that wrong with it. So it's if she ain't see nothing wrong with it.
I think she has Stockholm syndrome.
I don't know where this is going. Okay.
No, like when you're kind of like you fall in love with the person that kind of like you know, like some people fall in love with like their kidnappers and stuff like that because they spend so much time with them. It's like a syndrome. That's like a psychological. Lord, the beehive finna be all of. I'm not trying to say nothing. Look. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Jay-Z. I'm not saying Jay-Z did anything to Beyonce as a kid. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a little sus. It's a little sus
to have a big age gap, and then
and you was kind of waiting on her to, like, you know, become an adult, and I, you know, there had to be some sort of level of grooming. I bet $1 million that Beyonce in some form or fashion had been groomed from being in the music industry that young. Yeah. For sure. Them grown men. Same thing happened to us. It happens to so many young women and young men in the music industry.
What's his name? Like, I mean, Aaliyah was very young, and a lot of dudes was pretty much older than her. Who else they say? There's also, I don't know how true this is. I hate talking about this drama conspiracy, but like I said, like I be hearing the hip hop conspiracy, all that. But they also said the same thing happened with Rihanna. And I don't know how true that one is either, but like what's one of them ladies that be on like Jay-Z, P. Diddy? It's like the same lady that's always like trying to just get them, like she been doing this joint for years before anything has ever, like anybody ever really came out for real. But she was saying like there's some weird stuff going on with Rihanna too, bro. Like when you think about it, she was young when she blew up on the scene.
Right.
Wasn't even American.
Right.
Came into America and kind of was like, what was it? What did Diddy say? What did they say to her, bro? They said, was it Jay-Z? It was Jay-Z. They said she was laughing on her interview. And he was like, pretty much like, I want you to sign. And there's only two ways you can get out of this. Either you sign, I'm not letting you out that door, and there's a window. That's
this doesn't help his case at all.
That's what I seen. I see the interview. Rihanna literally said that out of her mouth. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it was like a joking thing, you know, like I need you that much.
It's funny about that.
I need you bad. Like, you know, I need you. And it's only one way you're going to get out this.
Somebody check on Rihanna, please.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think it's just weird that like now I guess it's just like I said, times are changing. And I think in that time, especially when you're like young and it's like you put up with so much until, you know what I mean, until you finally get your respect, you get your dues, pretty much getting hazed in the game and all that. Like, and now you rich. Yeah. Now you got your money, all that stuff in the past. I did what I did. Oh well. You know what I mean? I had to try to get my deal, and now I think everybody kind of like, I don't want to say nothing because I got money now.
The entertainment industry
it's always been
wild. It's wild. My dad has stories. My dad's not famous for anybody, but my dad was involved in the music industry. He had a record pool, which for a lot of people who are probably watching, I'm sure we have a nice range of people that watch our channel. But for those of you who don't know what a record pool is, it's basically like how like people had access to music, I guess, before like streaming services. So like he worked a lot with like radio stations and like other DJs and music art, like just stuff like that. Like it was just pretty much like a music exchange kind of thing. And he had a record pool here in Atlanta, and he told me that some of the things that he saw working so closely with these artists, some of the things that he heard about, even him growing up in Miami, which my dad, he got into music because he was a singer. So he sang at a young age as well. And he used to sing in clubs at the age of 10. Yeah. Doing nightlife at the age of 10. And there was like women backstage, grown women trying to like.
So I'm saying like times was different back then. So like even when the Jay-Z thing did come out and the lady was like, I heard people like, because it was like basically she was saying she was 13 and went to like this big Diddy party or whatever, and people were like, well, why did her parents let her? It was a different time back then. Yeah. Your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, they was in these streets, man. hitting off the porch. That's just that like it's not like, and I'm not saying it is right at all, but it's different times, and I think we're applying the logic that we have now, the stuff that we know now to, stuff
I feel like the things that people got away with back then, it's like there wasn't so much talk about it from such a huge audience, right? So like we have the internet and we have television, all those things, but like the internet things spread like a wildfire. There's no videos, and there are some things that you right, well that too, like proof
unless
and
they
things
were
like that,
tape recorded, but they're not like out there. There's
but there are some things where so like proof, that whole thing, like if people don't know about it, and it's cool, right? Like, but now we got this whole Freaknik documentary, and you see some of your aunties and your uncles on there, and they didn't think that was gonna resurface. But it's just certain things that they knew, well, it's not gonna get out. So it's like, but I feel like now people know they have to move a certain way, not only because it's the right thing to do, but if they don't move a certain way, one wrong video clip, wrong picture, one wrong screenshot, anything that is going to reach millions and millions and millions of people overnight. Overnight. That happens to celebrities all the time. And not only that, they're like, it's just crazy. Like, so I can see why back then it was just this level of like comfortability.
It is what it is.
Where it was just like, I mean, it's gonna stay in this club anyway, so like I ain't worried. But now, yeah.
Especially because New York opened up that law where now like old cases, like what is it, up to 25 years ago.
Oh wow.
So now that's why that Jay-Z and Diddy thing came up too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's what Kendrick say, the party about to die. It's a lot of weird, like I just think it's crazy that like top of the year, we ain't really talk about it because we ain't had a pop, but top of the year, Cat Williams came out, said all of this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think we're watching this. There's a big shift in the culture. There's a big shift in the industry, in a lot of industries. And you can be mad at cancel culture. You can be mad, but I'm gonna keep it G. It wouldn't have gotten to this point if it wasn't for that. And I kind of respect it. The no nonsense. We not taking nothing.
I agree. People are like, oh, everyone's so sensitive. And I'm like, no, y'all just let everything go. Y'all just let anything pass, which is not okay. Like, where are people's morals? Like, what are your standards? Like, even with this whole Andrew Schulz thing, like the fact that
it's just a joke.
It's just a joke. And that's how you felt originally, actually. And so we had a deeper conversation about it. And you were just like, I felt where you was coming from.
And shout out to the homie in the comments too. He was like, I respect that you as a man, it really has nothing to do with being a man, but as a man, like usually like, admitting that I was wrong. I was like, because I didn't see the video. I heard about the little Andrew Schulz thing in the Shits and Gigs thing about him talking about black women. And I was like, oh, well, he talk about everybody. That was the first thing I said to her. He talk about everybody. He usually is usually, you know what I mean?
And I was like, but that doesn't make it okay. Like, and I think now when everyone's just like, oh, everybody's so sensitive. Everybody's so this. And I'm like, but why? I don't understand why that's a bad thing. Like, I can maybe admit that there may be an oversensitivity to certain things. Sure, there could be too much of anything. But I do think with certain stuff, like making jokes at the expense of somebody else, why wouldn't people be sensitive to that? I don't think it's funny that you're saying all these negative things about black women, especially as a white man. I don't think that's funny. And I don't think it's funny that other black men and black women are kind of sitting around kikiing because it's like, he just be joking like that. Who cares? Why are you giving somebody a platform who is just so negative and nasty? And I can't tell you not one thing that I have laughed at from him. I don't think he's funny at all. That's my personal opinion. Other people can find him funny. I really don't care. I don't think he's funny. He's not my cup of tea. I don't think if your humor is just basically like just rage content, It's rage baiting. That's his humor, is rage baiting. He knows it's going to get people upset. And other people who think it's so edgy to find rage baiting funny because it pisses people off. It's so funny. Whatever. I think that humor is very childish. It's very middle schoolish to me. I don't see any. But the fact that Kendrick Lamar in his album called out,
which he didn't, which
it was a sub.
I also want to say too, like, people also putting it as, oh, Kendrick called him out, so that gave Andrew Schulz, which we didn't even get to what he said, but that gave Andrew Schulz the go ahead because he's a comedian to say whatever. One, Kendrick didn't even really address him. He didn't say a name. He said, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That could have been any white comedian.
It's a lot of white comedians.
It's a lot of white comedians that talk about black women. And the first thing he did was jump up on it. And a hit dog gonna holler. And he hollered like a, oh.
Yeah, and said that he was going to S.A. Kendrick Lamar.
S.A. Kendrick Lamar. Talking about something.
Crazy.
I'll make love to that man and there's nothing he could do about it because he's short. That's weird coming from a white man.
That's
and now
weird.
Everybody like, and then when people start bringing out, all right, but that's historically, that's buck breaking. That ain't right. Now it's, oh, we being too sensitive. Oh, now we got to bring the race card in there. But it's like, that's real.
It's
real. We about
real.
to say buck breaking ain't like, that wasn't real. Now if we was on this podcast and we was talking and we made and I don't do this. I don't do this at all. But if we was to make a Jew joke, if he was to make a Jew joke, he don't make no jokes about no Jews, about no Holocaust. He don't make no jokes about no MAGA. He don't make no joke because he know they gonna get on him. That's his people, especially the MAGA like supporters, all of that. He ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna go that route. He too scared. But it's easy to punch down. It's easy to talk about black women. It's easy to talk about rappers. Oh, he was like, oh, how the rapper is gonna hold a moral ground about talking about women because rappers call bees and hoes, so that make it right for you to do it. And no one even said that rappers, just because rappers say it, that don't mean it's right either. But I'd rather, I damn sure ain't letting no white man take no pass at it.
Yeah,
that's like, I don't care. That's weird to me.
It's extremely strange, and I think it's just social media especially has just made it feels like the Twilight Zone anytime I'm on social media, because I see such polarizing opinions on things, and seeing things like Andrew Schulz talk about what he talks about and the responses that he has to certain stuff, and seeing how far people will go to defend that foolishness. It's foolishness. They go so far to defend what he's saying because he does it to everybody and y'all are being so sensitive. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
It's weird. And like I said, if it was really the joke, like I said, them Jewish Holocaust jokes would be funny. I don't hear nobody making no jokes about nothing, but when it comes to black people, it's always something like racial. It's always like, literally his joke to black women was, oh, they must be the black woman effect ain't real. They just beating they dudes around, stressing them out, all of that, because we got to go back to the angry black woman trope. Right. We got to go, because that's funny. Man, I don't know, bro. That whole, I think it was, I used to watch Andrew Schulz, like I said, when I was a little bit, like, I thought it was funny. I used to think some of his jokes was funny. His stand-up was cool. But when I watch him on his podcast, I never like anything that he says. When they was making jokes about the people with Down syndrome, and then had somebody who open, a comedian who's usually open about his situation with dealing with Down syndrome in his family and all of that, sit him on a podcast and then just start making jokes about it.
Yeah.
And then when he start getting on his head, he ain't like that. Andrew Schulz is weird, very weird. And you see, and I'll see moments where comedians get the best of him.
Yeah.
Comedians get the best of him and he be butthurt.
Yeah.
Butthurt, trying to cut people off, yelling, and then he immediately goes to violence when he's mad. Let's also go there. Kendrick did not threaten that man, didn't say nothing.
He said, don't let no white comedian talk about black women.
If anything, he's addressing black men more than he's addressing the white
facts.
man.
He's facts.
But he was
like addressing our community with that.
He was addressing our community. He wasn't even talking about you. He ain't even really care to say your name. You're not important. But he know he gonna make money off of it. He know this is probably the most
clicks and views that he really getting, so he milking it. He just going on Charlamagne the God, talking all of this like whoop whoop. Now he like, they're threatening my family. They're threatening my family.
Oh, you threatened to SA Kendrick Lamar over a line he had in a song.
Now
So don't save the woe is me. You can't say things. We're not throwing rocks and hiding our hands. You say what you said, so you need to back it up.
Back it up, sir.
Back it up. Be prepared with the fire that's gonna come with the ish that you saying.
And now that's what I don't like too, because it's like now I feel like because now when we now it's all funny when we talk about the black tropes, and now when we start feeding into it, now when they start figuring out where your family at, start figuring out where your daughter at, that is jokes, that is that is comedy. Now, but when just really start going in there and start living that life and start showing y'all it ain't no trope, we can really get like that. It can get down. Now it's always just a joke. Oh, I'm just a comedian. Oh, y'all know it's just, oh man. Like I said, bro, if you gonna say it, if you want to be that racy, edgy comedian, stick by it.
Stick by it. But I don't know, bro. It's getting spooky out here. It's getting weird, bro. It is getting weird. I think the whole entertainment industry about to get flipped on its head. And I don't know. It's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. And I feel like, you know, that meme that's like, I feel like we should know less about each other. That's just how I feel. We know way too much about each other, about celebrities. I remember when celebrities were just kind of like these people that we would just never like. You see them on TV and that was it. That was just like, we'll never know.
They were like enigmas.
We're sharing platforms with them now. And I think that's also what making it strange, where it's like they are posting apologies on their notes apps like we do. Like influencers and things like that. Like, it's just, I guess it kind of like took off that veil of how we felt about celebrities, and now everyone's like, you know what, we just gonna.
First, they were like idols. They were like a celebrity. Like, let's be honest, that's what they were. Michael Jackson. You talk about Prince, really big artists back then. I think you still kind of get that allure with Beyonce, but Beyonce also was in a different time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that allure, that enigma. Now, social media, like you said, social media has pretty much it pretty much evened the playing field. Now you got celebrities on streamer podcast. Like that's my biggest thing. So I thought podcasts were for normal people to talk. The podcasts were for normal people like me and you to talk. That celebrities got podcasts.
But they see how much money they make.
See how much money they make and why. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different moves, or the fact that celebrities, they love Casa that now. Yeah. They all up on the stream. They know, like, it's even the playing field now. Regular people can be famous now. And then you realize that fame ain't really.
Not to mention, celebrities was mad that influencers was getting invited to the Met Gala.
They were.
It's like, yeah, that claim to fame now, it's hard to get to it like it used to be.
Everybody can do it. It's hard now when everybody can do it. So, yeah, I think people celebrities, they losing it. So some of them, I'll say, like especially the ones that have like this big head, this bigger than thou, like you think that you're bigger and above the law or bigger and above everybody else when y'all people too. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, I ain't never glorifying or idolizing no celebrity.
Yeah, no, I don't stan that whole stan culture.
Can't do it.
No, I don't do that. It's kind of strange to me. Like, of course I have my favorite artists. Like, I mean, you can look on the wall.
Hey, yo, we gonna see you.
Nayo, we're coming to your concert. But I don't stan. They're just regular people. Like, I don't know.
Oh, when you mentioned the Twilight Zone, my fault. Did you hear that the Black Mirror creator said he's not making no more Black Mirror? He was like, because we're living in Black Mirror. That's literally what he said. He said it's.
I didn't hear him say that, but I agree.
He was like, it's not even fun anymore to make like these new
dystopian.
Yeah, because it hits way too home. It hits way too close to home now. He was like, so I don't really feel comfortable with making. He was like, at that point, I'm just gonna basically be telling stories of tomorrow. I was like, wow,
that's deep. That's deep. That is what it feels like, though. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, I don't know. I mean, 2025 is just gonna be. It's gonna be one of them years. It's gonna be one of them years where I'm on my business.
Mm-hmm. Keep your head down and make your money.
Okay, I don't know what's about to happen next year, but I'll tell you one thing: I ain't gonna be. Look, I don't want none of these celebrities got going on. I don't want to be caught up in nothing like that. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'm living my life. I'm being cool. The fame. Look, Midnight Mixer blow up. Go back to this video today. We ain't switching up.
We're not. We're literally not
switching up.
It's giving very regular.
No Diddy parties.
Oh. Bro, could you imagine in our living room? Baby oil.
Stop.
Slick.
Stop, bro.
Just all up the wall.
Stop. Oh God, it's like a nightmare.
Like, just our neighbors would hate us. Cause it would just be everybody slipping and sliding everywhere. Especially Kai, she don't get no friction on this hardwood floor. Like, what the heck?
Bro, open the door and slide out the hallway. Like,
hell no. What the heck?
Gosh, bro. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What else we got?
I feel like that's pretty much what's popping as of right now. I mean, I'm sure by next week there will be
something else
to talk about. That's all I can really think of. I mean, I know everybody and their mama going on tour.
Yeah, it's tour because everybody getting ready for tour season.
Tour season's coming.
Cole
announced
the last Dreamville Fest.
It is the last Dreamville. That's right.
I've never been.
I've never been either.
Kind of mad.
And I went to school in North Carolina.
That's crazy.
Which doesn't even make sense.
But actually kind of mad. I ain't gonna cap. I guess since I'm on that too, you might as well throw that out there. Dreamville. I heard things getting shaky for Dreamville.
Yeah, you were telling me. I don't know much about Dreamville and the ins and outs and the politics and all of that.
All I know is a couple months ago, Ari Lennox was kind of going off on like not being able to post she's not getting the push or the support that she needs from her label, and how she's tired of it. Or obviously Earth Gang left Dreamville, which is kind of like okay, and then you got JID who dropped one of the craziest albums in 2022, 2023, and have radio silence pretty much after that, and then he tweeted and took the tweets down, basically talking about like label issues and not getting the shit he deserves. So I'm like, I don't know. Dreamville seeming kind of shaky just as a label. I don't know what Cole got going on, but Cole, I mean, he doing good. Released his couple mixtapes. He got the Madison Square Garden concert too that sold pretty well. So I don't know, but Dreamville, I heard it's looking shaky for Dreamville.
That's sad. Mm-hmm. I like Dreamville, but
they were going crazy. Dreamville was on a crazy
run.
Crazy run. I don't know what happened.
Iconic run.
Yeah.
Well, last Dreamville, that's crazy. It's only been 5. It's wild. Drake, you going on tour in Australia?
Drake is going tour to Australia during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's so
that man, because he couldn't tour nowhere in America.
He's so petty, bro.
What? I gotta get away. I would have been. Yes, if I was Drake, I gotta get out of America. Super Bowl. It's getting played everywhere I go.
Everywhere.
I gotta get out of America.
He's actually I feel like he's going the furthest he can get.
Australia.
Like what?
At that point, the first man, Australia. Yeah, that's your best bet. He said, I haven't performed there in 15 years. He said, well, why are you going now? I just want to go back to the people, show the people some love. No,
no, you want to get the hell out of Dodge. That's what you're trying to do. He's on the run because all you're gonna hear is "Hovey ho" across the whole country.
Oh my gosh! I don't know if I said that either. I can't remember. All of these episodes are kind of blended in together, but a lot of people also are saying that's the rumor of why he sued, was so that Drake couldn't play. Kendrick couldn't play that song during the Super Bowl.
I doubt that's gonna stop him from doing that song. That was the biggest song of the summer.
It's the biggest song. The Super Bowl should be begging Kendrick to play that song, or to perform that song.
And what is in the lawsuit? It's over what 30,000.
30,000
like
botted streams. He was saying
in the grand scheme of things.
They were saying that UMG was pushing Kendrick to basically dethrone Drake, and it was a unfair, I forgot what word he used, but like not propaganda, but like an unfair, basically just push against his brand, against his name. He hasn't been able to sell well, and since then they're not pushing him as an artist. Also, I just heard he just really just trying to make noise just to get out the label, period.
Yeah,
we'll see how that works, because I mean, I feel like every artist that has done that, Post Malone, and man, he said, I want to be out of the label, and they said, okay, you drop that album. We ain't heard nothing from it.
He dropped the album. Oh. I guess
the
that
album ain't heard nothing from it. Post Malone, who else? This is like so many artists that's like, yeah, I'm done with the label, and they be like, okay, all right, we see, we'll see.
Why are you?
Good luck.
It's maybe in Atlanta too long. Why you acting like that?
But yeah, I don't know. Like it's getting spooky, bro.
It's getting extremely spooky out here.
Did you also see Toronto at a Drake lookalike party?
Oh yes, Marlon wanted. There's a competition actually.
Yes.
Drake put it on his story or on his page that like the winner gets $10,000, and Marlon was like. Yeah, Marlon actually submitted via Instagram.
Because I definitely sent that joke to him.
We need to react to the Pop the Balloon.
Ooh, yeah.
The most recent Pop the Balloon. So if y'all are not familiar, Beltline Cosplay in Atlanta, Georgia. Love those guys. They love those guys. They do a Pop the Balloon in cosplay, anime nerd edition. And this last episode is so funny. We're gonna react to it on the channel so y'all can see it. Yeah. It is so funny. This man was dressed up as Super Saiyan 6 God.
Super Saiyan 6 God, bro.
And this girl popped her balloon and said, she said, "You're dressed like a deadbeat dad."
Combination.
Madness
and Goku.
Yeah. Horrible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we gotta react to that.
Yes. Okay. So stay tuned to that one, y'all, because that
gonna be funny.
It's definitely go ahead. I think. Well, that's it. That's the big mix.
I think that's the big mix.
It's the big mix.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We will be back. I promise. I pinky swear we will be back. We love you guys so much, and yeah, stay tuned for the reaction because we're gonna drop that this week too. Oh.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the Midnight Mixer.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Stay in the mix. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, and all podcast audio platforms as the Midnight Mixer.
Looking for more? Check out all the other episodes and content wherever you're tuning in from. Until next time.